The world of fashion trembled the moment the whispers began. Calvin Klein and Jungkook BTS hiding a secret? Fans who once adored the elegance of the brand and the magnetic charm of the global superstar suddenly found themselves pulled into a spiral of curiosity, suspicion, and fascination. What could possibly be the big secret that connects the golden boy of K-pop with one of the most iconic fashion houses on the planet? It started with a single post. A flicker of light on social media, a photo too polished to be casual, yet too mysterious to be official. Jungkook, the man who turned denim into desire, appeared in a frame that screamed Calvin Klein but carried something more, an energy, an intent, a message that felt coded. Within minutes, hashtags exploded. Hashtag Jungkook Calvin Klein secret, hashtag CKXJK uncovered, hashtag King of Fashion. The digital storm was unstoppable, but this wasn't the first time Jungkook had left the world speechless. Ever since he became the global face of Calvin Klein, his influence had redefined what it means to be a brand ambassador. He didn't just wear the clothes. He became the essence of the label. Rebellion in simplicity, confidence in silence, and beauty without apology. Yet now, a rumor claimed that his partnership with Calvin Klein was more than a campaign. Something deeper. Something revolutionary. Was Jungkook secretly designing? Was he the hidden hand behind Calvin Klein's latest transformation? Or was this a prelude to something bigger, perhaps his own fashion line under the CK umbrella? For weeks, online detectives and army sleuths dissected every frame of his photo shoots. They noticed subtle changes, the stitching on a sleeve, the unexpected cut of a jacket, the faint initials JK etched near a button. Coincidence? Or a signature? The world began connecting dots that maybe weren't meant to be connected. But what if they were? One insider, whose identity remains protected, hinted that Jungkook's creative involvement went beyond modeling. According to them, he spent hours with the design team, discussing fabrics, fits, and emotional resonance. He doesn't just wear clothes, the insider whispered. He tells stories with them. That line alone was enough to set the fashion world ablaze. What kind of story was Jungkook trying to tell? And why would Calvin Klein keep it hidden? The answer, it seemed, was locked behind layers of secrecy, an agreement that blurred the lines between celebrity endorsement and creative control. The fashion house, known for its minimalism, suddenly found itself at the center of a maximal emotional reaction from millions of fans who demanded the truth. Is Jungkook the new creative director? One fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Because everything he touches turns iconic. Another added, it's not just his face, it's his vision. And that's when the narrative shifted. No longer was it about whether Jungkook fit Calvin Klein. It was about how Calvin Klein fit him. The deeper the fans dug, the stranger the patterns became. Nothing about Jungkook's recent Calvin Klein appearances seemed random anymore. Every fabric fold, every lighting choice, every backdrop felt calculated, almost cinematic. The black and white photos weren't just portraits, they were statements. They carried an aura of defiance and vulnerability, merging raw masculinity with a quiet tenderness that only Jungkook could deliver. But behind those hauntingly perfect frames, there was something even more powerful unfolding. Late one night, a fashion assistant reportedly leaked a cryptic message on an anonymous forum. Golden thread is real. JK's vision is coming alive. At first, no one took it seriously. But when the phrase golden thread appeared in the caption of a now-deleted Calvin Klein teaser, fans lost control. What was golden thread? Was it a campaign? A collection? Or was it something that transcended both? An emotional bridge between Jungkook's artistic soul and Calvin Klein's timeless legacy. Rumors began to swirl that Jungkook had quietly submitted design concepts during his visits to the CK headquarters in New York earlier in the year. According to several witnesses, he spent hours in the brand's creative studio, not as a guest, but as an equal. He walked in with sketches, one employee allegedly revealed. Detailed ones. He spoke about connection, about light and shadow, and how clothing can reflect emotion. That testimony was enough to ignite the imagination of millions. For fans, the idea of Jungkook designing wasn't far-fetched. He'd always had a strong sense of aesthetic, from his tattoos to his stage outfits. Every detail told a story of freedom and identity. But to imagine him stepping into Calvin Klein's design world was something else entirely. It wasn't just another celebrity collaboration. It was a shift in power, a merging of art and influence. By midweek, luxury insiders began whispering about a secret meeting in Milan where Calvin Klein's global executives allegedly gathered to approve a visionary co-creation project with one of Asia's biggest cultural icons. No names were mentioned, but when Jungkook was spotted arriving in Italy under heavy disguise, the speculation reached fever pitch. Could it be him? News outlets asked. Is Jungkook leading Calvin Klein's next evolution? Paparazzi shots of him entering a discreet hotel only fueled the rumors. He was dressed casually, oversized white tee, black jeans, and a simple silver chain. But his expression carried a quiet intensity. It was the look of someone holding a secret too big to hide. Meanwhile, in Seoul, armies held live spaces dissecting every possibility. Threads flooded with theories connecting Golden Thread to Jungkook's past statements about destiny and art. Some believed it represented a personal journey, how he weaves his golden experiences through everything he touches. Others thought it symbolized the connection between fans and the artist, stitched together through time and emotion. But one theory rose above the rest. Golden Thread wasn't just a project. It was a manifesto, a rebellion against the superficiality of fame, wrapped in denim and stitched with truth. Then came the first real clue. A short clip uploaded on Calvin Klein's official Instagram account. The camera panned across a dark studio, threads of gold shimmering under dim light. A silhouette appeared, tall, lean, unmistakably Jungkook. His voice, soft but resolute, whispered, "It's time." That was it. 2 seconds, 2 words, and the world lost its mind. The clip was deleted within an hour, but not before fans downloaded and circulated it globally. Within minutes, Jungkook Golden Thread trended in over 50 countries. Theories exploded like fireworks. Some said it was an accident, others claimed it was a test of public reaction. Either way, one thing was clear. Something massive was coming to IN the following days. Several industry experts began hinting at a collaboration so groundbreaking it would blur the lines between artist and designer. A fashion journalist from Paris even suggested that Jungkook had been granted creative freedom over an upcoming capsule collection. "It's more than clothes," she wrote. "It's a message to the industry. The age of passive celebrity endorsements is over." Behind closed doors, Calvin Klein executives reportedly struggled to contain the chaos. Every leak only magnified the hype. But for Jungkook, who had always expressed a love for individuality and truth, this seemed like the culmination of everything he'd stood for. The man once called the golden maknae of BTS was now stepping into a new identity. The golden visionary of fashion, in an unexpected turn. Eagle-eyed fans began noticing a pattern of gold-threaded accents in Jungkook's personal wardrobe, small details that now seemed like breadcrumbs leading to this moment. Even his recent tattoos appeared to align with the motif. Threads, lines, interwoven patterns of destiny. The clues were there all along, hidden in plain sight.